Patres et Filii et Spiritus Sancti.
Hey everyone, Doc's here. I know it's been a long time since I made a video, but I'm sorry, life got in the way. Can't help that. So tonight I'm actually going to be reviewing the Raijin mod by Vapehead Origins, right here. So the Raijin mod is done by the same people who make the Cronus and the Titan, which, at least from people I know, are very popular mods right now. Well, they have been for a while. So the Raijin, one of the most obvious things is it has this really awesome engraving here. It's kind of hard to see on the stainless steel version of it, but you can go online and just look at it. Comes in a lot of different colors as well, so that's kind of cool. So it's a visually stunning device. I love the design of it. That's what attracted me to it. And it's a straight tube, so it's not telescoping or anything like that. I know some people like one or the other. So it's a straight tube, and it does not, however, come with other size tubes like, say, the Nemesis or something like that. So it's only an 18650 mod, which is actually what I use anyway, so for me it doesn't really bother me. So I got this, I actually got this one from a friend who had it, and he said it hit pretty well. And so far in my use, I've had it for a couple weeks now. So far in my use, it does actually hit pretty well, but I've never actually put it to the test with a voltmeter or anything like that. So right now I'm actually putting a fresh battery in it because I was just vaping on this, and I don't know how dead that battery is. And one thing about this as well, since I got it apart right now, is here's the top cap, and it has that screw that you have to kind of unscrew or screw down, kind of like the Vanilla has that as well, which I previously reviewed, as well as like stuff like the Chi-Yu and stuff like that. So it's not my favorite thing, but a lot of mods have it, and you can't really avoid it that much. So I'm going to put this voltmeter here. So this is a fresh battery, and actually I have it sitting here, but just to make sure, I'm going to pull the one straight out of my charger because I want a freshest battery. So we'll put this on here. Now, one thing I was told about the Raijin, I haven't really tried to corroborate it myself because, you know, I try not to do this anyway, but on these top cap and also the bottom cap, you want zero gap, apparently. I usually try to do that anyway, but apparently with the Raijin, it does tend to short out to the mod because of how much threading it has, especially in the bottom cap. There's a lot of threading. So apparently it does tend to short out. I haven't tested that yet, but you know, you probably should try to avoid gaps anyway. It's probably a good thing. Alright, so I got this together here. Just have my W5 cap on it and see what this does under load. Now this load is about, what did I measure? I think about 0.26, I believe, is the resistance of this atomizer here, and we will test it. Okay, so I mean, it's about as much as the Vanilla from what I recall. Seems to be hitting pretty well, maybe a little bit less actually than the Vanilla. So the big thing though is not the numbers, in my experience, because the numbers can say one thing. It's all about the experience of the vape. So I'm going to try this out and see what a vape's like. Let's see here. Let's juice this up a bit. I'm running at a 0.26 resistance, so pretty low for a lot of people, not low enough for some other people I know. Depends on what you use. Hits nicely. I actually, in vaping it, I think it compares to the Vanilla quite well. A lot of people kind of go back and forth on which one performs better. We were having a discussion about it the other day. To me, they're comparable in performance. The numbers might be a little bit more on the vanilla side, but performance, actually using it, it hits almost just like the vanilla. So this is a great mod. The only problems I have with it is if you want to try to change the battery by taking the bottom cap off, it takes a while because there's a lot of threads in them, in the bottom cap to it. So it takes a little bit of unscrewing. One thing I do like about this mod, however, which I didn't like with the vanilla, after using it for a long time, I started noticing it. So here's the bottom portion here. You can see it's got a lot of threads there. And there's the actual contact for the button there. And I like how it's really big in there. It's going to make a lot of contact with your battery. The other thing is I've noticed the way this sits, it's a little bit under flush, with the Delrin, of course. Or it might not be Delrin. I don't know. But it's big and it doesn't seem to get loose. I had a problem with that with the vanilla. So that's a really good thing about it, is that the firing pin doesn't really get loose, like in some other mods too. I've had it with a lot of other mods too. Which is a good thing, and time will tell. It could get that way later, but so far in my use it hasn't. And I've had it for a couple weeks now, and before that my friend had it, so it's been used. Now my recommendations on this, it is kind of pricey. I don't know actually what they're going for right now, but it's a pretty pricey mod, but it's definitely worth it in my opinion. I love the looks of it, and the performance is great. It performs pretty comparable to the vanilla. So this is, if you like the look of the mod, go ahead and get it. You won't be disappointed, I don't believe. Now it's not the best thing since sliced bread, but very few mods are, and I can't afford those. So hope you like my review. Hope you learn a little bit about this mod. If you're thinking about it, maybe now you know a little bit more. Did inform your decision. Well, hope you enjoyed. Have a good night.
Vater unser, der du bist im Himmel, geheiligt werde dein Name, dein Reich komme, dein Wille geschehe wie im Himmel als auch auf Erden. Unser täglich Brot gib uns heute und vergib uns unsere Schuld, wie auch wir vergeben unseren Schuldigern. Und führe uns nicht in Versuchung, sondern erlöse uns von dem Übel, denn dein ist das Reich und die Kraft und die Herrlichkeit in Ewigkeit.